Good day. This is AJ with a.j.farzad LOA.com. Today I wanted to talk about the concept of what about hard work and no pain, no gain. All of these concepts that have been drilled into our heads since childhood about what it takes to be a good person, what it takes to succeed. And how does it relate to the behavior and science, or the science and behavior of success using the law of attraction? Because it seems like we're flip-flopping, right? Because it seems like the law of attraction and the science and behavior of success tells us that if you're working too hard, you're not doing it right. But then we go back and we say that, our parents have drilled into our heads, our coaches drilled into our heads that there is no pain, no gain. Even in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill said there is no such thing as a free lunch. So where does all this fall into place? For Instagram, click on Instagram TV and watch the whole thing. All right, so let's discuss, so we are on the same wavelength, what the law of attraction and the science and behavior of success tells us. In a nutshell, law of attraction tells us that this is a universal law, just like gravity, magnetism, electricity. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not, right? It doesn't matter if you haven't been aware of it until now, 2020, May of 2020, right? It's affecting your life, whether you like it or not, okay? So thoughts lead to feelings. Feelings attract to us more opportunities to feel that way. So this theory, this universal law, doesn't dictate things. So it's not like Esther mentions from Abraham Hicks publication, like Esther mentions, this is not a forceful law or someone that is asserting, right? It's not assertion, is attraction, okay? So when you go about thinking about hard work and what we've been told all our lives about no pain, no gain, immense amount of desire and action will build the momentum to get your success. Okay, so remember if you saw my free webinar, I had a little triangle, right? So you have attitude, you have focus, and you have action. And any two would allow you to achieve success. So intense desire, intense hard work does allow you to achieve your goal. But what I'm trying to convey to you is that there is an easier way. There is a better way. What Joe Vitale in his works refers to as inspired action, as opposed to hard work, as opposed to action going through it. And what I want you to think about is something that you are really, really good at and something that you really, really love, right? Let's take, for example, Michael Jordan, basketball. In high school, he's cut from his team, right? And arguably one of the best basketball players of all time, went every morning with his coach, practiced every morning. Now, what I want to ask you is, if you are Michael Jordan and you have that much love and passion about the game of basketball, getting up at 5:30 in the morning and going to the school gym to practice, does that feel like hard work to you? And let's say even if it's a little bit of a stretch of, okay, oh man, I really don't want to, but I love this, I want to be on the team. That end result of achieving all of your goals, it just makes the work it's just like a non-issue. And that is what you want to get into, right? So if you are successful and you have been working so hard to get there, there is, I think, one of two reasons. One, you don't love what you do. You're just doing it for another reason, right? The why underneath can force you to do something with intense focus. Or two, you just don't know any other way because you've always been told that you have to work hard to succeed in sales. You have to work hard to be a good trainer. The hard work can be an inspired work. And that's the difference between doing what you love or doing something that you have to do to get by. Let's say you have fallen into sales because that was the only thing that you could do. You have no passion for it. Let's say you are selling something that you have no belief in. You just, I mean, we have all done it. At some point in our life, we have to put food on the table. Maybe we have other people that depend on us. So we do what we have to do. And that's the other thing, right? We do what we have to do. It's a belief. While you're doing what you're doing, you have to bring into your reality through focused visualization, through goal setting, what would be the ideal environment for you to work at. So you don't quit everything right now and go, oh, okay, well, AJ said just do whatever you love. We do have to be sort of practical. However, Esther also mentions it is extremely important if you are unhappy and feeling really, really disgruntled where you are right now, you will never be happy somewhere else by just moving and changing the situation because you take yourself with you. That is the whole thing, is that everybody thinks this is a reverse, like a catch-22, that you have to believe in the thing that you want at the end before you have the thing that you want at the end, which is usually to bring us happiness. Why do we want money? Why do we want relationships? Why do we want health? We want to be happy, right? So if you are disgruntled right now and you quit, and let's say that they tell you, okay, go come sit at Google and we'll pay you. If you are disgruntled right now, you won't be happy doing nothing either. You have to get yourself feeling good about the situation that you are in right now, and then slowly concentrate on and bring into your reality that ideal thing that it is. And who knows what it is, because you can only answer that question, right? Write it down. Focus on the feelings that you would have if you have that perfect sales job or any job, right? And getting to a good feeling, then find the good things that you have right now in this position that you are disgruntled or unhappy. And slowly try to see if you can shift that. How long can you stay happy in what you have right now? And pretty soon, things will change. I promise you. Slowly, things will get better. You have a little bit more relief. And opportunities will come your way. And that's the difference between hard work, inspired action. When you are feeling good, when you can find that silver lining about something, the work doesn't seem that hard. I mean, imagine something that was completely a horrific experience. The Auschwitz Nazi camps, Viktor Frankl, and people like him, prisoners of war in Vietnam. Former Congressman John McCain. These are people that at the worst, we can't even imagine what they went through. But what made them survive these horrific events was that nobody could take away their mind. Their mind was theirs. Even though they were in complete bondage, they controlled their thoughts. And they chose to see the silver lining. They chose to be positive. And they made huge leaps and bounds after all of the horrific events that happened to them. and they survived, which is most important. So if someone can go through that and see the good in a Nazi prison camp as a prisoner, how cheesy is it for us to say that, oh, I can't find a silver lining or something good about what I'm doing right now that's bringing money into my life, that's enabling me to have a roof over my head, to have food, to have shelter, to be able to provide for my family? How ridiculous does that sound to you, right? I hope you agree. Our mind is what distinguishes us from the lower animals that go about by instinct. That's why those animals are happy. Because again, as Esther says, Source allows us so much freedom that we can choose bondage versus freedom. We can choose to be unhappy versus being happy. So I ask you, which way do you want to live? Stay safe, be good, be happy, and until next time, to your success. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to have this type of training for your organization, please email me at aj@a.j.farzad.com. To your success.